Kiki. Good morning, man. Welcome to the Good Morning, Man podcast with me, your host, Rollingwithro. I'm so glad that you took a little bit of time out of your day to join me, to be enlightened, encouraged, and empowered. I really think today, though, I have some information that you can use to help build not only a better you, but also a better me. So, get your notepad, get your phone. You might want to take a few notes, jot down what you hear. We're going to do some affirmations. You might want to write those down too. But let's jump into this second episode of the Good Morning Man podcast. It ain't just going to happen. Get started now. Get started now. This episode, I want you to know, man, you do not have to have it all figured out. But what you do have to do is go ahead and get started. Say it with me. I am capable. I am ready. And I take action now. We must learn to just get started. And I'm going to dive into some of that later on in this podcast about, hesitation and fear. We're going to talk about that a little bit and some of my own personal experiences with fear that I'm still currently working through. But we must get started no matter the situation. You must get started. There's no perfect moment for you to get started than just simply getting started. I got a quick question for you. You ever just sit on the couch knowing you need to go to the gym, but instead, guess what we do? We get on Instagram, we get on Facebook, we get on TikTok, and we scrolling around. We're looking at videos. We're looking at motivational quotes about working out, but we're actually not working out. Like Nike said, what we should be doing is just do it and not just sitting around reading about it because we're wasting valuable time that we will not get back. And I'm starting to realize that too because we put off today for tomorrow, thinking that tomorrow is afforded to us or that we will have that time to do it when we really don't know, right? You don't know. I don't know. No man knows is what the good book says. But what we really need to do, man, we need to just do it. Instead of talking about it, we need to just make that decision that I'm going to do it. And I'm also learning that it's best when you do it when you don't feel like it. I think you should probably write that down. I will do it when I don't feel like it because it is for my better good. Yeah, write that down. I think that's important because once you start doing things when you don't feel like it that are for you, you're like rewiring yourself to want to work for you, to put that into a priority perspective, to make it work for you, man. Make this shit work for you. But it's going to take you rewiring yourself in all those spaces. Trust me, I got a lot of damn rewiring to do, but it's unraveling. It's better than where it was. There's always going to be room to grow. Remember that. There's always going to be room for you to grow. Give yourself some grace. But just start now. Quick question. What is it that you need to start on right now? Write that down. What is it that you need to start on right now? What is something that you want to accomplish right now? It could be short term or long term. But write that down. Don't hold back. Just write everything down. And then at some point during my podcast, maybe not this one, we're going to dive into that. We're going to go back and revisit, mapping out those things. But what you need to do now, write down what you need to do. What are some things you need to start right now? Write them down. Just write them down. So let me break it down. We're going to talk about why people hesitate. We're going to talk about the myth of the perfect time. Everybody wants to be perfect, especially on, let's just say, Instagram. Angles, lighting, sound, quality of the camera, everything. There is a pitch, if you will, to be perfect. So we'll talk about why people hesitate. the myth of the perfect time, and the importance of messy first steps. So let's jump right into it. People and hesitation. People and hesitation. Let's talk about it. First thing, you have the people who are into, what can we say, perfectionism. Perfectionism. The it ain't ready yet syndrome, if I could just call it that. You know, many of us have ideas just sitting on the shelf collecting dust because we are waiting on the perfect moment for these things to happen. The first version of anything, man, ain't gonna be right. It's gonna be rough. If you go back and look at my intro episode, it's kind of rough. And I did it with no edits. Even this one may be a little rough because I am conditioning myself to work through trying to be perfect because I was steady waiting, putting off starting the podcast, putting off starting working on the show. I have content, I have things to talk about, but that perfectionist in me or how I would be appeared if it wasn't perfect was bothering me. But I started reading, I'm like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to have everything right now, you know, if you want to get started. Think about the first dish you probably ever made. It's probably like a crime scene. I know I cook pretty good now, yeah. Call myself the Mac Man. I can cook pretty good, and presentation is key when I take pictures for my plates. I like the way it looks. But when I first started cooking, or maybe when you first started cooking, you didn't have everything lined up. It didn't taste as good as it does now. But the fact that you started led to now that I can really throw down in that kitchen like I'm a cook. I can put it down, you eat my food, you're gonna smile. But when we first started, probably looked a mess. And the same thing, guys, is gonna apply to your life. Start messy. You know, start messy. Fuck it up a few times, but you must start. So remember, the key is just to start. Make sure you have that down. Just start. Let's talk about the fear of failure. The fear of failure. And we all have some fears. I know I have a lot of fears. But let me just talk about this. Before we get started, I listen to Zig Ziglar. He was a very prominent motivational speaker. He has two acronyms for fear. He says fear can either mean forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. Fear everything, forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. Write that down. Face everything and rise. Fear is face everything and rise, because that which you fear, which you rise up to, you can become better than. You can overcome it. You can stand on it. And I believe that your greatness and my greatness lies in our ability to tackle our fears, and definitely our fear of failure. What if I mess up? We've all messed up a few times. I messed up several times. Still gonna make mistakes because that's life, and so are you. But okay, what if you don't mess up though? Do you ever take that into account? What if you don't mess up? What if you win? So many people I encounter have this negative mindset. Their first go-to is the loss. Their first go-to is, I'm not going to win. This is not going to work for me. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's not going to work in my favor. I always lose money. I can't keep a man. I can't get in a relationship. You are speaking all of those things that you don't want. Coincidentally, you're attracting them to you by what you speak. So what we speak comes into fruition. Is manifestation. Some people believe it, some people don't, but what you speak haunts you or hurts you or helps you. So start speaking positivity. Look at the brighter side of things. You know, you don't always have to be so bleak in your thoughts. I had to learn that, and it takes work. It takes work, but it's doable. And it can start with those things like affirmations, which help to retrain your brain to see positive things, to think growth and not like a fixed negative mindset. You know what I mean? So we must work on that. So, but what if you win? What if you win? And there's still fear there, but the perspective is I can do this because I can, win. People let the fear of messing up keep them from stepping up. Meanwhile, babies out here learning how to walk, falling 47 times in 10 minutes. And guess what they do? They still get up. So we were born not knowing how to do certain things, and we had to learn how to do those things through trial and error. You remember, you give your baby a bottle. You give your baby a bottle. He doesn't hold it in the beginning, but eventually, through the bottle falling and he not getting that milk, he continues to do it. Eventually, he grows into, I got this. He knows where it goes and how to hold it. He failed. You can fail your way into success. And another reason why people don't get started is procrastination. Woo, procrastination. Shit, in the morning, on the weekends, you might just lay there. You know you have a list of things you need to do, but we lay there. We're procrastinating. And the more we procrastinate, what happens? The more we fail to get done. And procrastination is, I'll do it when I feel ready. I'll do it when I feel ready. You ever tell yourself you're going to start on Monday? Then Monday comes and you're like, well, I'll just do it, next Monday. We done ran out of Mondays, man. We're going to run out of Mondays. We're going to run out of time if we don't do it now, if we don't quit procrastinating. I always wanted to be just waiting on that perfect moment to be ready. That's a trap. You ain't going to just magically wake up one day and everything you need is in place. The sun is shining the right temperature, the light, the music, the things you need, everything is not going to be there in your hands. But you must get started. You must get ready and become ready by simply getting started. And lastly, guys, I just want to talk about the myth of the perfect time. Everybody waits for the perfect time. Like, it's some moment that the universe is going to roll out to you like a red carpet and say, hey, my child, it is time. Sounds good, doesn't it? On the surface, it really, really sounds good. But we all know, I know, life doesn't work like that, man. Life doesn't work like that, man. The perfect time, actually, is whenever you decide to start. The perfect time is when you start, because once you start, you are putting that into motion right then. You're giving this some action. You're giving this some, you know what I mean? You're putting yourself in a place to go. And everything else will fall into place as long as you just start right now. You know what I mean? Ain't no lightning bolt coming. Ain't no, none of that's gonna happen that we see on TV. That would be great, but that is not going to happen. I hope you all have gained some valuable information here. Let's take this time, since we have talked about quite a lot, to do some mindful breathing, because breathing is also important to resetting your nervous system, to speaking over yourself, we will inhale good things and we will exhale bad things or negative things. And today, we're going to inhale with the affirmation, I breathe in confidence, courage, and clarity. So I want you to say that, and in your mind, think of confidence, courage, and clarity. And when we exhale, we're going to release doubt, fear, and hesitation. So inhale with me, and I breathe in confidence, courage, and clarity. Stay there. Confidence, courage, and clarity. Let it move in you. I breathe in confidence, courage, and clarity. Now we're going to exhale. We're going to exhale. I release doubt, fear, and hesitation. Let it go. I release doubt, fear and hesitation. How you feel out there? How you feel about that? And you can write those down and do them on your own time. Affirmations are really, really good when you do them in the mirror with yourself so that you can see you and you can hear you and just be connected as one with yourself. That's pretty much what you have to do, man. So I just want you to remember, it's not about having everything together when you get started, because it ain't just gonna happen. It's about starting right now. Start right now with what you have. Make that happen for you. I believe in you. Do some of those things. Write those things down. What do you need to get started on? And take necessary action right now to get started. It's been a pleasure, man, having you here with your boy, Rollingwithro, on the Good Morning Man podcast. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get locked into exclusive content and know when my new episodes drop. I appreciate each and every one of you. And as Les Brown said, every day is a good day, man, when you create it in your mind. Kiki. I'll see you next time.